The following is a presentation of TFNN.
Let's go to our first call of the day. We'll talk to John in Austin, Texas. How you doing today, John?
Way too good, Ken. Appreciate what you're doing. You do such a great job. This show is fantastic every day.
You're a good man, John. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Live at TFNN, Breakout Investing, with your host, Ken Shreve.
Welcome, everyone, to the final edition of Breakout Investing on TFNN. 877-927-6648. That's the number to use toll free if you want to give me a call, talk about this market. You know, folks, a great way to listen to TFNN programming these days is on your smartphone. Just plug those earbuds in, open your smartphone browser, type in tfnn.mobi. That's all you have to do. Click Listen Live. It'll start streaming right on your phone. And don't forget about Tiger TV. That is available on the homepage of TFNN.com. Channel 1, the show is carried live. It is archived on Channel 13. Tiger TV also viewable on your handheld device as well. Same deal. Open your smartphone browser. Type in TFNN.com. Over on the right-hand side of the page, just click on that box with the electronic devices in there, and it will start streaming on your phone as well. Tiger TV, you look at you get charts with audio, so you can look at charts live right along with me. Start by taking a look at a chart for the Dow today. Right now, Dow on pace for an 11% gain in the first quarter. Today is the last trading day of the first quarter. The market will be closed tomorrow for Good Friday. So the Dow on pace for an 11% gain. That's better than the S&P 500 and NASDAQ. Today, it is trading near its session high, up close to 43 points to 14,569. S&P 500, see what that index is up to today. Also trading near its session high, up 4 points, only about 0.3% to 1567. S&P 500 on pace for a 10% gain in the first quarter. NASDAQ Composite, see what that is up to, up close to 6 points, 0.2% to 3262. It is on pace for an 8% gain for the first quarter. Hard to believe the first quarter is, the end of the first quarter is here. We're going to get first quarter earnings season starting up pretty soon, actually. Reports will start rolling in mid to late April. And, once again, just seems like we just got through fourth quarter earnings season. So here we are again, another earnings season about to begin. Volume today on the exchanges, very, very light yesterday. NASDAQ volume 1.39 billion shares. NASDAQ volume tracking pretty close to that level today, so just very light, anemic volume in the market. Volume yesterday on the New York Stock Exchange, you know, I didn't write down the volume total for yesterday, but it was very light, and it is tracking lower than Wednesday's level. So another low volume day for the markets. And Europe, not so much in the headlines today. Of course, Cyprus recently got that $10 billion euro bailout, but Italy and Spain still potential trouble spots in the Eurozone. About 2/3 of Italy's voters are against austerity in Italy as they attempt to put together a government over there. Spain's central bank on, I think it was Tuesday earlier this week, said the unemployment rate in Spain could hit 27% this year. So it's likely we're still going to continue to see headlines every now and then out of the Eurozone, which could weigh on stocks. But looking at the U.S. markets here, again, NASDAQ Composite, all indices holding near new highs. Mild distribution in the market at this point. Nothing too troublesome. A lot of extended stocks out there. Not very easy to put new money to work in an environment like this where stocks have basically been running higher since early January. So you got to be very selective out there when it comes to new buys, and just be careful not to chase. That's a theme we've been echoing in recent days and recent weeks. Don't want to chase stocks that have run up a lot in a short amount of time. Taking a look at April gold today, settles at $1,595.70 an ounce, down $11.50 for the month. Gold up 1.1% for the first quarter, down 4.8%. U.S. dollar index today at 82.95, down 0.3%, so the greenback under some pressure today. Bond yields, 10-year note 1.85%, 30-year bond 3.10%. Money has been flowing into the bond market recently. Is this because of slowing growth or a flight to safety trade? We talked about this yesterday, probably a little bit of both. We did get a little upward revision to the final reading to fourth quarter gross domestic product. That came in at 0.4% from an earlier estimate of 0.1%. The data were a little better than expected, but money going into bonds driving those yields lower. Again, probably a combination of concerns about slowing growth for the economy and also a flight to safety trade. Oil today, 97.23 a barrel, up 65 cents for the month. Oil up 5.6% for the quarter, up 5.9%. So good first quarter for oil prices. Checking in on some movers today. Let's take a look at eBay. Company had its analyst day today, and I think that was in San Jose, California. Nice move for eBay. Company outlined some aggressive growth plans. I think it was CEO John Donahoe who said the company is playing offense now, and that is resulting in some pretty bullish outlook for eBay. Shooting for 200 million active users by the end of 2015. At the end of 2012, eBay had 112 million users. So they're looking to double their user base to 200 million by the end of 2015. Taking a look at shares of BlackBerry, BBRY. BlackBerry had earnings before the open today. Kind of a wild day of trading here. The stock hits a high today of $15.55, a low of $14.23, and that is where it is trading right now. $14.23, down 2.3% on the day. The earnings were actually pretty good. The analysts were looking for a loss of 29 cents, but they turned a profit. An unexpected profit of, let's see here, didn't write down that earnings number, 22 cents a share they earned. Again, expectations for a loss of 29 cents. Sales down 36% to about 2.7 billion. That was a little bit below expectations. This is a heavily shorted stock. At the end of January, short interest was at 129.5 million shares. As of March 15th, that number had increased to 155 million. Total smartphone shipments for BlackBerry were around 6 million. That was a little bit below expectations. BlackBerry shipped about 1 million BlackBerry 10, Z10 smartphones. Estimate there was for 915, so better than expected. The company ended the period with 76 million subscribers. That was down from 79 million subscribers in early December. So after some initial enthusiasm, shares of BlackBerry now trading lower by 2.3% to $14.23. Had a nice earnings report from Signet Jewelers today, SIG. This is the parent company of Kay Jewelers. Signet also operates the higher-end Jared chains. Nice breakout today over 63.98. Stock is up 6.6% to 67.44. Earnings up 18% to $2.12 a share, better than expected. Sales up 12% to $1.51 billion. That was slightly better than expected. Same-store sales up 3.5% in the quarter. For the current quarter, the company forecast same-store sales growth of same-store sales growth of 5 to 7%. So pretty good same-store sales guidance for Signet in the current quarter. Stock having a really nice day. So props to Signet for a nice quarter. Also heard from X1. This company came public in February at $18 a share. XONE is the ticker symbol here. Take a look at shares of X1. Speculative stock, market cap $450 million, average daily volume fairly liquid at 870,000 shares. The stock right now up 7.7% today to $32.95. This is another 3D printing firm, just like 3D Systems, Stratasys. But X1 reported their first ever profitable quarter. They made 7 cents a share versus a loss of 21 cents in the year-ago quarter. Sales up 370% to $12.7 million. That was in line with expectations. But nice numbers from X1. And I wanted to check in on another 3D printing company here. We haven't looked at it in a little while. Proto Labs. Company came public a little more than a year ago at $16 a share. This is the only company that is a 3D that offers 3D printing as a service. So you've got Stratasys 3D Systems and X1 that make the actual machines. Proto Labs provides 3D printing as a service. So Proto Labs down 16 cents today to 49.17, but still holding above its 50-day moving average, looking pretty solid here from a technical perspective. Also heard from GameStop, video game retailer. Nice move for GameStop today, up 5.4% to $27.87. And actually a little technical breakout here over 26.5, so good technicals here for GameStop. The story here, a lot of potential customers are not buying video games. They're waiting for the new generations of game consoles that are expected to come out this year. So that's hurting business at GameStop. Still, earnings were up 25% from a year ago to $2.16 a share. Better than expected. Revenue down less than 1% to $3.56 billion. That was slightly better than estimates. GameStop did forecast same-store sales decline of 5.5% to 8% in the first quarter. So that's a look at GameStop. Economic data today. Pretty busy day of economic data. We had weekly jobless claims up 16,000 to 357,000. That was a much bigger rise than expected. Mentioned the final estimate to fourth quarter gross domestic product comes in at 0.4%, up from a prior estimate of 0.1%. Chicago PMI came in at 52.4, lower than expected. The estimate there was for a reading of 56.5 from 56.8 in February. So Chicago PMI comes in a little weaker than expected. Again, with the market being closed Friday, we are still going to get some economic data. For you market junkies out there, tomorrow look for personal income and spending data for February. We'll also get the final reading on consumer confidence for the month of March from the University of Michigan. So that will be out tomorrow. Again, market closed on Friday due to Good Friday. We'll be right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Victor Jones, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC. McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a threefold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Ken Shreve with you. Breakout Investing on TFNN. Nice move for SourceFire today. Network security firm, but no volume. Very light volume, low volume move today for SourceFire. This is a stock that normally trades about 1 million shares a day. Volume right now 650,000, up 4.3% to 59.34, trying to break out over a swing point of 59.38. So bullish price action for SourceFire, but once again, just low volume moves here. Hard to get excited about low volume moves over swing points. Maybe we are just getting into a period of time for the market where volume is just, it's just gonna be light. Everybody's complaining about low volume moves for the market, low volume moves for the stocks, and plenty of instances where low volume moves have actually amounted to something. So SourceFire looking pretty good here. Wanted to check in on Five Below. Specialty retailer reported earnings last night. Gapped below its 50-day moving average today, but it is trading near its session high, still down 3.7% to 37.72. Good bottom line and top line growth, but sort of a shaky below consensus outlook. Five Below went public last July at $17 a share. It's been a strong performer in the market. Again, trading recently around $37.72. Earnings up 26% to 39 cents a share. Sales up 38% to $173.6 million. Both of bottom line and top line beat the consensus estimates for the first quarter, looking for earnings of 2 to 3 cents a share. Analysts are at 5 cents. Sales of 92 to 94 million. Estimate 94.2 million. So Five Below hit an intraday low today of 35.75, but again trading near its high, just off its intraday high. Last trading at 37.72. Also heard from Red Hat. We'll check on Red Hat before we go to Art in Orlando here. Red Hat making a case it's hit bottom. Shares up 45 cents today to $50.42. Earnings up 24% to 36 cents a share, nicely above estimates. Sales up 17% to $347.9 million. That was slightly below expectations. All right, let's head over to Orlando, Florida. Talk to Art, who wants to talk Gilead. How you doing today, Art?
Fine, thank you, Ken, and thanks for the years of steady and professional analysis and presentation. I got to tell you, I take notes on what you say every day, and yours is the only chart on TFNN I can read the numbers.
Well, I appreciate the comments very much. Thanks a lot.
I have also a short question, a general question after you're done, but looking at Gilead and just wondering where you obviously you must think it's extended, but what do you think of the stock right now?
Well, it's a super strong stock, obviously, but it is it is one of these stocks that it just kind of consolidated gains for about 2 weeks, and then big heavy volume move yesterday and extending gains today. So the thing with Gilead is that there was a time the base breakout was back in November. I'd have to look at the get a read on the chart here, but it broke out around December, and then it's just been running up ever since then. So it's you just want to wait for it to pause, consolidate, digest gains. I just wouldn't be a buyer up here, although it is probably one of the strongest performing biotechs out there. And
thanks. Since we're not going to hear from you again, any ideas about the next quarter or so? Who where the best sectors will be?
Well, you know what? I'm going to be covering this for Investors Business Daily. I start back there writing for the markets team on Monday. So that's going to be a big part of my job, just kind of taking a look at that sector industry group leadership. So I'm going to just kind of, as the market presents new opportunities, we'll write about them in Investors Business Daily. So I don't have any initial thoughts on that, but that's exactly what I'm going to be doing starting Monday for IBD.
Great. We'll look for you there. And again, far and away the best analyst that Tom's ever invited to his network. So sorry to see you leave, but we'll look for you over at Mr. O'Neill's operations.
Okay. Thanks very much, Art. Appreciate it very much. Okay.
Bye.
All right, thanks to Art in Orlando. Very nice comments. I appreciate all the support from everyone over the years. Not an easy decision to end Ultimate Growth Stocks and to leave TFNN, but opportunity came up that I wanted to take advantage of. Coming back after the next break, final edition of Breakout Investing today. We'll be right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments. Just recently, on December 28th, Market Insight subscribers were advised to go long the QQQ, the NASDAQ 100 ETF, on December 28th at $63.91, and only 2 trading days later, after a huge jump in the markets, Market Insight subscribers were advised to sell the QQQ at $66.64 for a $2.73 or 4.27% profit to start off 2013. At the same time, Tom O'Brien had advised his clients looking for a more leveraged trade that they could have initiated a position in the QLD, the ProShares Ultra QQQ ETF, and over the same 2 trading days, Market Insight subscribers were able to lock in a $4.48 profit or an 8.47% gain in just 1 trade. Get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during your free trial and pay nothing. Don't miss out on the next great trading opportunity in 2013. Act today. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
This segment is brought to you by Direction Shares. To learn more about tactical tools for the sophisticated active investor, hit the Direction Shares banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back to Breakout Investing. Just finishing up a couple of thoughts about Gilead Sciences, taking a look at a weekly chart here on Tiger TV. You had a initial breakout from a consolidation in the summer of 2012 last year. Some sideways movement here, another breakout in September, and then you had this area right in here. I would classify as a base on base structure. And in fact, when the NASDAQ on January 2nd gapped up in price and flashed yet another buy signal, January 2nd was around the time where a lot of stocks were breaking out of bases. Gilead was no exception, because that was when the last breakout for Gilead was back in early January. Now what you have is stock working on 12 weekly price gains out of the past 13 weeks. So it's been an incredible move for Gilead, but a stock that's very, very extended. So key support level here would be its 10-week moving average, just over 43. The market will pull back at some point. I would suspect that a name like Gilead If the market does, stage a meaningful pullback and a meaningful consolidation phase, I would expect a name like Gilead to probably find support down in that 43 area, which could be an opportunity to start a small position. But I would not chase the stock up here. So we're talking about Red Hat. Let's actually check in on the markets here. About 25 minutes left to go in Thursday's session. The Dow right now up close to 53 points, 14,579. Nasdaq Composite up 8.5 points, 0.3% to 3265. S&P 500 up 6 points, 0.4% to 1569. So stocks poised to end the first quarter on a positive note here. And again, today is the end of last trading day of the first quarter. Earnings report's going to start to roll in late April, and we'll see what kind of earnings season it is. Checking in on a couple of other earnings reports here. HB Fuller, ticker FUL. This is an adhesives firm working on, what does this look like? 6 session losing streak taking shape, headed into today, down for 5 sessions in a row, down close to 1% today to 39.03. Decent bottom line and top line growth, but the earnings here missed expectations. They made 49 cents a share in the quarter. The estimate was for 50 cents. That was up 20% from a year ago. Nice top line growth and a good beat. Sales up 39% to $479.8 million. But, again, the stock looks poised to extend its losing streak to 6 sessions. And then Texas Industries, little-known name. This is a maker of heavy construction materials like cement, sand, gravel, crushed limestone. They lost 30 cents a share in the quarter. That was better than an expected loss of 41 cents. Sales up 16% to $141.4 million, mostly in line with expectations. Sellers in Texas Industries as well today. The stock is down 5.8% to 62.19. Still holding above its 50-day moving average. Take a look at shares of Finish Line. It's a mall retailer, and they reported earnings. You can see a nice move for the stock, up 6.6% to $19.49. And let's take a look at Mosaic. Also had earnings from Mosaic. This is a fertilizer producer. And we see it's still stuck underneath its 50-day moving average here. Let me just check on the Mosaic numbers here for you. Make sure I updated that. So for Mosaic, yes, earnings up 22% to 88 cents a share. That was better than expected. Sales were up 2% to 2.24 billion. So that's numbers from Mosaic. Stock is up 1.5% today to 59.59. Fell below its 50-day moving average recently, trying to get back above the line, but looks like resistance so far. And finally, on the earnings front, let's take a look at Winnebago Industries, WGO. Sellers in this stock as well, down 5.5% to 2067 last on Winnebago Industries. This is another RV maker here. They made 22 cents a share, reversing a year ago loss. Sales up 35% to just over 177 million. It's amazing, these RV makers, the top line growth they are showing. Demand for RVs remains pretty strong. Remember, Thor Industries came out not that long ago. They showed top line growth of 24%. So, all right, let's head over to Orlando again. Talk to Rick, who wants to talk BlackBerry. How you doing today, Rick?
I'm doing fine, Ken, and congratulations on your move. And
appreciate it.
We'll all miss you. I echo the earlier caller's sentiments, but you got to do what you got to do, and especially if it's something that you want. You know.
Yes, indeed. Appreciate all of your calls over the years as well. So thanks for the comments.
Okay, good luck over there. Yeah, BlackBerry. I'm short in it. I'm slightly out of the money. I got my stop in about just below 17. But what do you think is going on there?
You're short the stock?
Yes.
Okay, and yeah, well, I mean, I think if you're short, you're really liking the price action a lot today because right, it hit a high of 15.55. There was initial enthusiasm about the earnings report. This is a stock that I would stay short here. Technically, it's looking vulnerable to me. Doesn't look like it's ready to retake that 50-day moving average, and frankly, it's not that far from the low that it put in just a few days ago. Earlier this week at let's see, what is that low here?
About 13. Yeah,
1364. Yeah, thereabouts. But you've got sellers in the stock today. You had sellers in the stock, big heavy volume sellers in the stock last week. I'm sure you remember on March 22nd and. March, so technically it's looking weak, and I think this is a position where I wouldn't feel uncomfortable at all being short.
Oh, good. Well, thanks, Ken, and good luck with everything, okay?
Okay, Rick, I appreciate all the support, and thanks for the kind words. Really appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, take care. Yeah, I mean, if you're short BlackBerry, I mean, this is a challenged company. The numbers were pretty good, but you had nice earnings, but they're losing subscribers. They lost 3 million subscribers in the quarter. It just remains to be seen what this Z10, Q10 phone that's going to be coming out. And when you see a stock reverse in heavy volume off its high, like BlackBerry has. You look back over the past 5 trading sessions, you've got some heavy volume selling in this stock where, if you're short, you're happy to see that. So would rather be short BlackBerry than long at this point, no doubt about it. Wanted to check in on Kansas City Southern. The transport's obviously been very, very strong. Kansas City Southern, another railroad that is just showing no quit whatsoever, outperforming again up 2.4% to 110.33. Another example of an extended stock with Kansas City Southern. You had a breakout back here in early January, basically over $84, and just has not based, really hasn't consolidated much at all. They're going to be coming out with their first quarter earnings on April 19th. So we're at a point now where companies are starting to announce their earnings dates. Hard to believe. I say it a lot, but it just seems like earnings reports just kind of run together. Earnings season just runs together, doesn't it? All right, let's go to Claremont and talk to Paul, who wants to talk casino operator, MPEL. How you doing today, Paul?
Hi, Ken. Sorry you're leaving, but it's going to be lonely without you in the afternoons.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, but just taking advantage of a good opportunity.
No, you got to do what you got to do.
Got to do what you got to do. Exactly.
That's life, right?
C'est la vie.
All right. Do you think MPEL's getting tired here? What do you think?
Well, you're looking at what, 6-7 up days in a row. Are you long the stock or what?
Yeah, I'm long. I've had sells in this stock for like the past 2 months, but I keep raising them because it's still too strong looking to me.
Yeah, I mean it's been kind of what you would call wedging higher in light volume. Yeah, you've got a nice winning streak here. All of its recent gains, 7 gains in a row, have been mostly in average and light volume. Like the fundamentals here, like the growth story here, but yeah, I mean it looks like this is one that's probably ready to take a little breather here. Let me just pull up a. Go ahead.
Monday is going to be probably the last big oomph day up, and I'm probably going to get out on Monday because Monday Macau numbers come out over the week on the 1st.
Oh, okay.
They already know there's going to be over 30%, close to 30% year over year with more record growth in it. So I mean, they should pop it up. I've got a sell in at 24. I just raised it again this morning to 24.19. I was just looking at the weekly in a 1 to 618. comes out to 24.20, so I'm right on the money again. So I'll probably let it just take me out on Monday.
Yeah, no, you just talking about trimming the position or exiting outright?
Not the whole thing. So it's all being sold. Yeah. I'm in
never go broke taking a profit. That's for sure.
No, because it'll. And actually, I did Bud's PTRs on them, and that's right around there too. I think it's 23.5 to 20. I don't know. I got it listed here. But
yeah,
right anyways.
But to me, buying demand looks like it's drying up, and you're going to get that Macau data on Monday. But 7 straight up days, volume actually getting lighter and lighter as it keeps going higher. That is usually a sign of some sort of pullback that is probably going to come sooner rather than later.
Yeah, well, Goldman's been pushing this for a while now. They put it on their conviction buy list, and looked like there's a lot of accumulation been going on over the past 2 months.
It was a nice little breakout from a base, and actually it was there was some volume in the stock back on March 20th. That was the actual breakout day, the first day of its 7-session winning streak. Volume was 6.9 million on that day. It normally trades about 5.1, 5.2. So initial volume pop on March 20th, and then it's just been kind of trailing off ever since. So, looks like a nice winner for you, but nothing wrong with being a little defensive, I think.
Well, this one's been, it's psycho too. I mean, it could just fall apart for no reason at all.
Yeah, it does. It does tend to. It gaps a lot. It gaps up. It gaps down. Yeah, I think your strategy is sound with this one.
And it's never really, the all-time high when it first came out was 23.50 something, 53 or something like that. So it's just pushing into that right now. I think my estimation is once it takes that out, it'll go a little higher, and then it'll give it some of it back again.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there.
All right, well, I hope you do well where you're going, and we'll miss you.
All right, Paul. Appreciate the calls, and nice talking to you as always. All right, Paul. I don't know where Claremont. Maybe my producer can help me out where Claremont is. Is that Florida as well? Well, we will see. Okay, near Orlando, he says. Thank you very much, sir. All right, checking in on some other growth names worth paying attention to here. Let's take a look at Commvault Systems. Mentioned as a takeover target off and on. This is a provider of data storage software. Actually, a decent setup here. It looks like it's back within buying range after a recent breakout over 79.5, and stock is down 1.6% today to 81.92, but so at 81.92, it is not extended past that initial buy point of 79.53. So you got stock here that you wouldn't be chasing by buying Commvault now. Again, you would just want to keep in mind the fact that we are seeing, we're not seeing it today, but we are seeing higher volume declines in the major averages headed into today. 4 higher volume declines for the S&P 500, 4 for the NASDAQ Composite. That is reason enough. If you're just listening to price and volume in the major averages, monitoring institutional selling in the market, you want to pay attention to that, because it doesn't mean that the market tide is completely flowing negative, but there is selling pressure out there that is worth paying attention to. So certainly not a market environment right now to be aggressively committing new capital. It's fine to let what you have continue to work, but when it comes to buying new stocks, I just don't feel like there's a real edge right now. All right, a couple other names to go over when we come back. Final break coming up. We'll be back in 3 to 4 minutes. You're listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
Just recently, on December 28th, Market Insight subscribers were advised to go long the QQQ, the NASDAQ 100 ETF, on December 28th at $63.91, and only 2 trading days later, after a huge jump in the market, Market Insight subscribers were advised to sell the QQQ at $66.64 for a $2.73 or 4.27% profit to start off 2013. At the same time, Tom O'Brien had advised his clients looking for a more leveraged trade that they could have initiated a position in the QLD, the ProShares Ultra QQQ ETF, and over the same 2 trading days, Market Insight subscribers were able to lock in a $4.48 profit or an 8.47% gain in just 1 trade. Get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during your free trial and pay nothing. Don't miss out on the next great trading opportunity in 2013. Act today.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just 1 position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page of TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Catch Tom O'Brien, founder and CEO of TFNN, professional trader and educator. Also a special guest on CNBC, analyzing the commodity markets. Tom will bisect and dissect the markets. The Tom O'Brien Show, next on TFNN.
Very, very light volume in the market again as we head into the holiday. Market will be closed tomorrow for Good Friday. Of course, Easter Sunday looms on the horizon, but very light volume. Tracking pretty close to what we saw yesterday on the NASDAQ. Yesterday we had 1.39 billion shares. Yesterday, 592 million on the New York Stock Exchange. So tracking pretty close to that. Let's check in on the markets one last time here before we head into the close. Right now, the Dow up 51 points to 14,577. Nasdaq Composite up a little more than 13 points to 3270. S&P 500 up close to 7 points to 1569. Checking in on a couple of other growth names here, still looking pretty good technically. Geospace Technologies. Don't talk about this one very much. It's thinly traded. Average daily volume of a little more than about 120,000 shares. That's what it normally trades in an average session. Interesting company here. They make seismic equipment, certain instruments, primarily for use in the oil and gas industry. Could try for a breakout here over 113 pretty soon. It is looking pretty good, outperforming nicely today, up 3.25% to 108.35. Volume looks like it's around average for the stock today, but Geospace acting well in this market. Want to take a look at Deckers as well. It is outperforming. Deckers Outdoor. Nice gap up for the stock today, up a little more than 6% to 55.70. And the story here is that Jefferies raised its price target on Deckers to $100 a share from $65. Analysts said that supply constraints for sheepskin used in its UGG sheepskin boots, supply constraints have lessened. That should lower cost and drive profitability going forward. So nice day for Deckers. And finally, Chicago Bridge and Iron had an analyst day. A very extended stock here again. Gaps up 5.3% to 62.13. This is an engineering company. Had a breakout for Chicago Bridge and Iron over 42 back in December. Here was the last breakout area, and just been a steady uptrend ever since. At the company's investor day, CEO Philip Asherman said he expects revenue of $10.7 billion to $11.2 billion for this year. Actually a little bit below expectations, but it's also said that new awards of $13 billion to $16 billion, which I think was probably a little better than expected. And shares of Biogen IDEC, BIIB, up big yesterday. During the market, the company got approval for its oral MS treatment. Used to be known as BG12. It is now known as Tecfidera. Late-stage studies, the drug reduced the average relapse rate for MS by 49% after 2 years versus patients who took a placebo. Biogen sells two other drugs to treat MS, but both are injectable. Folks, again, this is the final edition of Breakout Investing on TFNN. I just wanted to thank my two guys in the control room in Florida, Al and Steve, for their assistance over the years. They do yeoman's work every day. Special thank you to the TFNN staff, Leanna, Mike, Tommy. You guys are all great. Thanks for all your support and help, and especially a big thank you to the guy that runs the mothership, Tom O'Brien. I don't know too many people that work harder than Tom. I value his friendship, and I know we'll be friends going forward. So it's been a great run at TFNN, and appreciate all of you as well for supporting the show, the calls, subscribers to Ultimate Growth Stocks. It's been a great deal of fun. You can find me going forward at Investors Business Daily. Have a great day, folks. That's all for now.